So this came to me like a little while ago. Never mind the light. I'm on my computer working, doing work. Took my hair out. This is just what it looks like for me taking out the twist and hopping in the shower, and it kind of got wet by default, so it looked a little crazy-ish, but whatever. So I'm sitting here and I'm thinking about like different triggers and how common it is to have a trigger and how it is to maybe not even realize that you have the triggers you have in relationships and life. So you figure like if someone has like some kind of trauma, like let's say somebody was attacked in the street and the person smelled like coffee, then the smell of coffee would be a trigger. You know what I mean? Something like that. So my thing is, I realized that I have triggers as well, especially with like relationships, because I dated this guy who cheated on me, and he would always say he was either working late or he fell asleep. So for me, the working late, I feel like it's not really a trigger to me. I don't know, that one didn't really stick, I guess. But for me, the fell asleep is like a trigger for me. Like that always takes me to like thoughts of like, okay, what is this person doing? And I realized that everybody that I ever dated after him, if they would, let's say, come home and fall asleep or something like that, then in my head, like the first thing would be like, is like, okay, who is this dude with? Like, and that is so unhealthy. And granted, I personally try not to hop into relationships, right one after the other, because you need to get rid of and heal from the issues you've had in the relationships before. Ooh, my lips look mad dry. I just got out the shower too, so my skin is dry, but whatever. So that is not really an issue for me. So if I feel like, per se, if somebody says, oh, I fell asleep, or I'm trying to reach somebody and I can't reach them, then like clockwork, as soon as like I'm hitting somebody up or they go MIA or they fall asleep, and in my head I know they're tired. I know it's very plausible that they fell asleep, but it doesn't matter. Like as soon as they go MIA, stop hearing from them, immediately in my head it's like, oh, they with this chick. Ask me what chick, ask me why. That's just what happens. So in my head I also have to kind of like bring myself down, so to speak, from that thought process. And I always do. No one since has given me a reason to suspect that if they say they fell asleep that, they're cheating or with somebody else or what have you, So that's just like an interesting thing. Like it just popped into my head that I felt like I would just talk about for a little bit, because, it rings true in my head, and like it's real, and I feel like it's probably always going to be there, and it's just that one person, and it's not like I'm not over it. It's not like, I still feel some kind of way about it, but it's in my head. So what triggers you? Like, do you have a trigger from a relationship or something like that? I feel